Midwest Whitetail is brought to you by Realtree, Hoyt Archery, Muddy Outdoors, Fuse Accessories, Trophy Rock, Frigid Forage, Scott Archery, Cabela's, Rocket Broadheads, Woods Zero Turn Mowers, Bloodsport Arrows, Redneck Hunting Blinds, Scentmaster, Yeti Coolers, TrailCamPro.com, ScentLock, and Nikon.
Welcome to Midwest Whitetail. On today's episode, we're at the Iowa Deer Classic, very last day of February, first 2 days of March. And on the episode, we're going to bring you some of the action from the show, some of the big deer that were killed in Iowa this past year. Hopefully you can enjoy this. It's been a lot of fun for us, and maybe even had a chance to meet you here at the show. So please enjoy the action from the Iowa Deer Classic.
We're back in the measures area, the Iowa Deer Classic. We're going to walk you through how to measure a whitetail deer. We've got a nice big typical bow kill sitting here, and we're going to start off with a couple of supplementary data type things. One is the tip-to-tip spread. Gets recorded at the top of the score sheet, basically between the two tips of the main beam. Then we have an overall greatest spread. We're using a carpenter's ruler. We're going to make sure that the skull is perpendicular to the flat surface of the table, and we're going to measure the greatest spread. Those two areas don't go into the final score, but they do help identify the deer. Then we're going to start with this carpenter's ruler, has a slide on it. We're going to do the inside spread. In this case, we're finding the widest spot on the main beams, and we'll just slide it up and down until we come up with that inside spread. In a case like that, we're at 17 1/8 inches. Next thing we're going to do is find the length of our main beams. For that, we have a cable with a little lip end on it here. We'll hook it right on the end of the main beam and run it right up the outside curve. Basically going right down the center of the beam all the way to the tip. We get to the tip, we take our alligator clip, put it right on there. Then we'll take our carpenter's ruler, we'll stretch it out on that. And in this case we're at 24 7/8 inches. We do everything in 1/8 inch increments. That's the standard for all measuring. Once we're done with that main beam, we're going to come back and we're going to measure the tines. In the case of this deer, it's missing the brow tine and it's broken off close to the main beam, so there won't be a measurement on that. It'll just be noted as broken. First thing we're going to do is draw our lines. We can use a cable or a ruler or something flexible. We go from the low spot to the low spot on each side. Draw off our line. We'll go around and do that on all the tines. Basically trying to make sure that from low spot to low spot on the top of the main beam, that if you were to cut that tine completely off, you'd have your line drawn right across where that would be taken off there. Once we get that, we're then going to look at each tine, determine the center, and make our mark. Now that's the point to which we're going to measure down to. We have a lip end tape. It's got a little hook on it there. We're going to start at the very tip of the tine, and we're going to bring it all the way across the center of that tine right down to our mark. In this quick case, we're right at 12 inches and 2/8. Then we move on to the next tine, 11 and 3. And 6 and 1. We would record each one of those on our score sheet, similar to what you see here. That main beam we talked about, missing brow tine we wrote in broken, 12 and 3/8, 11 and 3, and 6 and 1. Then those are all added together. We would do the same thing on the opposite side for tine length. Then the only other thing we need to make sure we get is our circumferences. For every whitetail deer we get 4 circumferences, and we're going to use a ring end tape. That ring end is actually made up so that way there's a blank area in the tape and then a line there to start with. So we'll bring it around between the burr of the deer and what would be the first point, and since there is a broken spot or a bump there, we're looking for the smallest diameter. We're at 5 and 2. In this area we're a little smaller than that. We're down to 4 and 5/8. So 4 and 5/8 gets written on the score sheet. Then we move to the next area, which would be between point number 1, the G1, and the G2. We're going to take that measurement again. 4 and 3, 4 and 2. 4 and 2/8 is the smallest spot. We move to the third area between G2 and G3. We're at 5 and 0/8, and then the fourth circumference between the G4 point and the G5. So 4 circumferences total, and we're at 4 and 6/8. Those 4 circumferences are listed down as well, and then that whole column is totaled up. Do the same thing on the left side, and then any differences are subtracted across. As an example, the length of the right main beam for this deer was 25 and 2/8. The length of the left main beam was 23 and 3/8. So 1 inch and 7/8 shorter. That 1 and 7/8 is recorded in the difference column, and then those are all added together and subtracted. So in a sense, just a quick review, with every whitetail deer that we measure, the scoring inches are an inside spread at the widest spot, length of main beams right up around the outside edge, right centered across it, the length of each tine from the point at which we draw off from the top of the beam across, length of each tine, and then the differences across from one to the other. And that's basically how we get a score on a whitetail deer. This deer ended up, right side was 73 and 6/8, left antler was 71 and 4/8, inside spread was 17 and 1/8. Adding those 3 together, we had a gross score of 162 and 3/8. The differences from tine to tine, and the fact that we were missing a brow tine, so we basically lost the inches on the other side as well. A total of 15 and 1/8 inches of deduction took that 162 3/8 down to 147 and 2/8 on that rack.
my name is Matt Lawhorn. I'm with Nikon, and here to Iowa Buck Classic today just to talk about a few of our new products. First thing I'm going to talk about today is the Nikon Aculon rangefinder. It is one of the lightest, smallest rangefinders. If you got a guy going out west, some guy that's really wants to make sure he keeps his weight down, you're looking at 4.4 ounces on this rangefinder. Will read out to 550 yards. Great rangefinder, great price. Guy didn't have to spend a ton of money, and this is going to be really popular for the guy that's looking to minimize the amount of weight he's got in his tack. Our Monarch series binoculars, they make these things better and better every year. This is the new Monarch 5. We got the Monarch 3, Monarch 5, and the Monarch 7. So you got the Monarch 5. This is the lightest binocular in the Monarch series. You're looking at just over 21 ounces. So again, a guy going out west, you want something really lightweight, this is the binocular for you. Okay, it's got great light transmission. What you're looking at here is a 10 by 42. So this is a full-size binocular in something that fits in the palm of your hand. So give Nikon a look. You got the 3, the 5, the 7, and they've got something in that price range for you that I think you'll be happy with.
Hey guys, Mike Valier here with Bloodsport Arrows. What we got here is a new Athena arrow. What it is, ultra light for women. It's going to give you increased speed, even with those shorter draw lengths and lighter draw weights. Cool new label this year, pink for the ladies. Also comes with our hunt ready knock system. You can buy the knock, you can buy the lights and turn them into lighted knocks very economically. One of the coolest lighted knock systems out there. So check it out, the Athena from Bloodsport. The Bloodsport Pro Hunter Crossbow Bolt, 325 grains, brass insert, high-end quality bolts, includes our blood ring technology, patent pending, helps you read the shot. When you hit an animal, it's going to actually collect a blood sample as it goes through and let you know what kind of a hit you have, how long you need to wait to track. Our new Pro Hunter bolts are going to come in 6-packs. They're going to come with half moon and flat nocks. We're becoming known as the authority on bolts. And here's the new Pro Hunter bolt from Bloodsport.
Hey, I'm Gene Price with Trophy Rock. We're here at the Iowa Deer Classic. Going to talk just a little bit about our Trophy Rock product, Trophy Rock and the 465. Time to start thinking about minerals for the summer and upcoming season. Spring's a great time to get it out, get them refreshed. We still have our Trophy Rock, which is always a great option. We also have 465, which is a ground up Trophy Rock. Is another option for this year. It came out last year. It's getting a lot more popular this year, so we also have it too. So just don't forget your minerals out. The fawns are going to be born here real soon. The mothers are going to need that to help support the fawns for lactation and stuff like that. And plus our bucks are starting to grow their antlers back here real soon too. So very important time to get your minerals out. Won't be long. We'll be doing our camera surveys in July and August. So get them familiar with the areas and have a great season.
Hi, this is Russ Hurt. We're here at the Iowa Buck Classic and got a couple new products here with Redneck this year. Yeah, Scent Master Box. It's a great new scent control product where you can put your everything from your boots, bow releases, all your undergarments, clothing. Literally heats the air up to 130 degrees in an airtight box and eliminates all the moisture that causes all the problems with scent, and just a great part of the scent control process. Real excited about this year. Another new acquisition we made this year is a bail blind. We have 3 different models. We have an outfitter model, we have a waterfowl model, and we have the regular basic sportsman's model. They're all made out of natural hay. Just a great bail blind. They're all weatherproof on the inside. The frames are all made out of aluminum, so the frames are going to last you forever. We sell replacement blinds and window different components. That'll last you a good 3 to 5 years if you leave them out in the field. If you roll them up and put them inside at the end of the season, they're going to last a long time. So great new addition to the Redneck products that you're going to see in 2014.
Well, that's it for today's episode. Hopefully you enjoyed seeing all these big deer as much as we did. It was a lot of fun. We met a lot of people and had a chance to talk about Midwest whitetail, had a chance to talk about deer hunting here in the Midwest, and just had a good time overall. We'll be back again next week. We'll get back to our normal themes of deer management, some of the off-season topics that we've been covering right along. Well, I appreciate you joining me this week. We'll see you right back here again next week for the next episode of Midwest Whitetail. And remember to always dream big.